Advantage. Second one's in the pop. The one in the air as well. One in the air as well, though. Cheers, Jamie.
Size in that Exeter one. Squat more powerful. We'll want to stay really low from a Northampton perspective.
Set. 1, 2, 3. Ball away on side.
Fabulous scrum. Either side giving an inch. Hint of a buckle, but it stayed upright. And on we go. And Smith and Hendy giving the ball some air. And then Seabrook trying to get beyond Manny Faye. Chiefs have conceded 5 penalties already, 3 of them at the breakdown. How costly will the latest be? Alex Moon leaning into it, so too Scott Young. And now they've turned it round, and now the likes of Nika Abeladze have got a job to do to stop this East Midlands boulder slowly rolling over the line. And as the rain begins to fall, Northampton bring up their second
back. But unfortunately, because so many white shirts end up behind the ball here, Yosefa Scott coming in there, he's just going to stay. But those boys at the front, Abeladze too high, he can't stop it. They needed probably Feo Wobosu to fly in there and hit it and try and stop the momentum. Curtis Langdon, we know how good he is at marshalling the back of them.
Solid set piece, discipline on point, and not give anything cheap to Northampton.
Time for Exeter to start asking a few questions themselves in attack, maybe through Josh Yosefa Scott, one of the biggest men in these parts today. There's been another try at Kingston Park, we'll get to that shortly. Has it gone to Newcastle? Has it gone to Saracens?
Bind.
Yes. Let's see what happens here next.
No balance from 3. More balance, please. You're fine. He overbalances. 3 overbalance.
And Josh Yosefa Scott, who didn't hold his feet. And Smith, who clears it to Tommy Wyatt.
All on, yep, you're good.
Smith back underneath it, and then Hendy.
It's for fun, let him be.
Outside.
Smith chases his own kick. Here's Wyatt continuing to shine as he fills a Stuart Hogg-size shirt. Joe Simmons one as well. That rather spat up at Mitchell, but held on to it. Skinner. You get that a lot. However, well positioned was Tommy Freeman. And off he goes, ball in one hand.
It's the hinge in from the outside, so look how narrow they are. They're all coming from the outside to in. But if Exeter can get, if Northampton can get round that Exeter defence, it does give them an awful lot of easy meters on the outside. That's the press of Exeter.
Broken away.
Tipped along, and now Hendy. The best of contacts kick-wise. It meant that Hammersley could go back and gather. Solid ball for Cairns to deal with.
Good work, lads, to keep.
Hendy, Smith to his left. Oh, and Feo Wobosu worked hard to get there first. Smith looked like he was just in front of Mitchell, but on we go. And if he could have got the ball away to Freeman. Weekend, I think Jack Knoll playing for La Rochelle this weekend.
That's what makes their start to the season so remarkable, how well they've bedded in. And yes, they've had that extra time together through the pre-season. Some teams haven't had with internationals away, but it's a formidable start. But Northampton got the better of them so far.
So one loses his ball.
Team the best possible shot. Frost now has to deliver the throw.
Now then, into Chiefs country. Seen this once or twice previously. 11 of their 23 tries from line-outs this season. 12 of 24 would do very nicely here. Backs are involved, and this is Hawkins. Big, strong, strapping inside centre. Here goes Dan. Northampton have got their defensive line in shape.
That's knocked on.
Fully on this part of the game, the line out. Let's see what all the work down at Sandy Park this week has been building to.
Just a little bit high at the back there. You see that dip from Abeladze trying to get that momentum. Not quite got the stability they want yet. Now the backs come in to add that. They drive straight through. Northampton lost a lot of players.
Oh, Craig Maxwell-Keys desperately flexing, looking. Oh, the old tap and go job.
Offside for God.
Frost gets them going. Look away to the right and see Ben Hammersley, just in case this does get given some air. Chances are slim at the moment.
After error, and fair play to Exeter, they've just stuck at it, went back to their power game, and they've got the rewards in the back of it. That is huge, because Exeter haven't been in the game until now. So now hopefully they kick on and make a really good game of this.
Good finish, isn't it? He tries to put his hand on the floor to give himself the leverage. We're seeing a lot of players do that.
Off she goes, just to the left. But we can have a chat with Rob Baxter. Rob, starting to say a few things for yourself over the last 5 minutes, by the looks of things.
Yeah, I'm pretty pleased. I mean, we've got just not where we needed to be, but you kind of get control of that back in the game eventually, just by being a little bit more accurate, just a little bit more aware of things, and that's just what we need to do. We just need to have, along with our fit happens, you know, as long as there's not something stupid and someone going straight through from the restart, that we actually end up in a situation where we end up with a pushing contest first, and someone doesn't get pulled forward into pulled into something or pushed into something. There's just little free kicks, little penalties like this. Now, this is a crucial part of the game. We shouldn't be.
He's not missing being down on the pitch.
He's not missing being on the pitch.
No.
Well, he should be, because there's no better days than when you're a rugby player.
Cheers. Thanks for your time, Rob.
Thank you.
At least he didn't say we're not missing him either.
I was getting a bit.
Josefa Scott is 6'4".
9, we're stationary. Good work.
21 stones, 135 kilograms, making sure that was absolutely cemented to the floor. But saved quickly to the breakdown.
Win the battle of the shoulders before the support could get there.
Well, now taken by Scott Young, former Queensland Red, second season as a Northampton Saint, and still very much a part of this. Being rolled towards the touchline, and Exeter think they might have won.
Out of movement there for a penalty.
Slade gives it all he's got, and Exeter will have one last go off this line out before we head off for the half-time oranges.
4.
There's Lewis Pearson continuing to get his first proper run in the Premiership, with Johnny Gray amongst the injured absent. Janus Kirsten's gone, and Janus Kirsten and Johnny Gray missing from moments like that, and Northampton have stolen it. Now, what ambition in the rain? Well, that makes sense. Pragmatic. Good old scrap on a ever away run in the Premiership. They've lost the last 9 on the road. It's been 13 months since they beat Bristol at Ashton Gate, October 2022.
Inside, he's on the right.
Who knows where this... Just beyond his range, let's see. Oh, maybe not. Sweetly struck, and a nod of approval from the man to my right, Stuart Hogg.
It's a great strike, you know, Finn Smith, a wonderful goal kicker, and just keeping that scoreboard ticking over. Interestingly, Ben, I was about to ask you a question. You talk about scrums and trying to win penalties. The Saints have won a penalty there without shoving. They're still full of energy. Do you find seeing it now?
Farewell to Alex Waller, Curtis Langdon and Paul Hill. Hello to Sam Matavesi, Ethan Waller, little brother, and Trevor Davison. And also to Alex Coles. And Coles gets it away brilliantly to Matavesi, and then Matavesi to Freeman, and it's opening up here, really opening up. Back from France, back with his World Cup bronze medal. Alex Mitchell back scoring Premiership tries.
Oh, that's just...
Smith's conversion under the watchful eye of Steve Borthwick. Feeling a little bit more comfortable now for Northampton, even more comfortable. 27-5.
That's some quality attacking play by
Strong. Young scrum half. Over the 15. Still Northampton ball. Mitchell and Matavesi. Saints absolutely looking to conclude business here.
Saints, Craig, it's a PK.
They'll go wide, and it'll be scored by Freeman, but the peep on the whistle, coupled with the intervention of Rowan Kidd, suggests that this might not be a try for long.
Just going to show you a head grab as he cleared out the route.
Hall to the floor, and importantly Hall to the floor, but it's the captain, David Jenkins. And then here goes the mighty Russi Tuuma. North was for Corny Laws. Former England international these days, 105th and final cap in that World Cup semi-final. And you'll have recognised his replacement, Tom Pearson.
Yes, please.
Have a chat with Alex Mitchell in a moment or so. He's down with Martin. Let's see where this latest passage takes us first. Harvey Skinner off the pitch. So,
no try, but yeah, obviously the forwards did an outstanding job today. Great maul, great set piece, and that makes it easy for us lads.
Okay, Nick, I think we need to hear from you now.
Thank you. Armstrong's red card.
Well.
Yeah, here they go. Little swerve around the edge from James. The best of days, the best of Northampton days.
To be able to adapt and react, really sensible of Saints to come short on him, force him into making a tackle.
Conversion from a Hendricks, or rather Hayden Wood lays it back. But weight of numbers mean that Northampton have it. Pearson doesn't hold on to it for long. Hendy with the new man Slightholme to his left. Needs Slightholme angling across and then angling beyond him. It's not been a match that's lacked for kicking.
And there's some very good kicking on display as well. I think every time.
Ways and Saints hoping it was their ball. In fact, it's a penalty. And then Davis goes quickly. Picked up by Roots. Another penalty coming. Northampton hadn't retreated the full 10 metres. Painter maybe against his determination in the end, and it is Ethan Roots who was in the middle of all that who finishes it.
Still that the actual drives might not have been quite what they have been, but that threat when they're 5 metres out, and that's probably what's done for them not playing it.
Without the replacement scrum half Niall Armstrong, the red card for the high boot into the face of Finn Smith. Wyatt.
Inside.
Heading towards the 80th minute. Yendall heading towards and over the 22. But it's a safety sound around the garden.
This Northampton team, he would have been a huge chunk out of the budget, and then they would only let him go though if they were convinced that Finn Smith had the ability to slot straight in. So it's a measure of him as well.
Skinner. That's not bad.
On the line. Yep.
Hits a couple of those heading to the bar early on. That'll teach them.
6.
Frustration, Exeter frustration, perhaps. They scored the 3 tries, but no more. And they will head back.